Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn what is prime factorization, how to solve its hard questions and the easy questions. Prime factorizations is going to be a hard topic for us, but I'm going to teach you the easiest method so you can learn it properly. Yep. Okay, so first of all, we have this little area we made, like this shape. You need to remember it because you're going to use it in every method. So our first question is 224. We're going to use the prime factorization method and solve it and do it. Okay, so remember when you do prime factorization, use the prime numbers. That's why it's called prime factorization, because you use the prime numbers, not the composite, not the even nor not. So right down below, I'm gonna write all the prime numbers we have. Not all, because I'm gonna write etc after 13. So we have 2, 3, 5, 7, and 13, and then there you go, etc. Anything else. Okay, now let's get back to our lesson. I'm just gonna change my marker color so it's not confusing for you guys, because then you guys will be like, I don't understand this part. Okay, so we're gonna start using the number below, number 2. We're gonna put 2 right up there next to 224, because that's the way you do it. So you put that 2 up there, and then you're gonna solve it by looking at the multiples of 2. So does 2 come in table 2? Yes, 1. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Now we have 1, 1, 2. Now we're gonna do it. So there we go. We're gonna use the 2 table again. You're wondering how we're going to do it. 1 does not appear in table 2. We're going to use the pair. We're going to make them a couple. We're going to do it. 2 times 5 is 10. There's 1 carry. Remember that whenever you have a carry, you don't add it. No, no, no. You put it next to it. Yep, that's how you do it. You add a 1 next to the digit. You do not add it. You do not make it 3. You make it 12. Special thanks to my teacher, Bira, for teaching me all these hard maths questions, because, yeah, I know. Thank you. Okay, now let's get back to our lesson. As you know, we made it 2. So 2 times 6 is 12. So now we put that 6 right there. Okay. Now let's go to the next digit. Now you're thinking 56 does not appear in table 2, nor 3, nor 5, but 7. It does appear in table 7. It does not 2, not 3, maybe 2, but that's going to be a way long trip there. Okay, 2 does not appear, 5 does not. Let's use the 7. Yeah, because 7's the easier way, and I think we can do it. Right? Yes. So we're going to use that table 7. We're going to look at its multiples, and it's basically there. 7 times 8 is 56. So we're going to use it. Let me just erase it, because, yeah, it looks really confusing at that point. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we have 56. And you remember when I used the prime factorization and I made it into 8, because 7 times 8 is 56. So we're going to put 56 right below. Yes. Next, under 56, we're going to put the number 8. Now we're going to look. 8 is an even number, a composite number, and you're thinking, why can't we just use the 8 table? No, because 8 is composite, so we're going to use 2 times 4, 8. Okay. Yeah, and the composite numbers, if you don't know the prime and composite numbers orally, it'll be much harder for you to do the prime factorization. So I recommend you to learn the tables and the prime and composite numbers before. Okay, so now we just did 2 times 2, 4, and then there you go, you got 2, 2 times 1, 2, and the number is defeated, so there's a 0 there, not 1. So make sure you do not put 1, because 1 does not appear in any other tables, and this prime factorization ends here. Okay, so now we made all this way of doing it. Now we have this little method. If you want, you can take some screenshots or anything, because it might be just easier for you to just do it by yourself. Or if it's better, I am really good at explaining, and I did really help you a lot, and I hope you understood how to do it at this point. Now I'm gonna teach you how to put it at the answer box. You're wondering how you're gonna put it at the answer box. I'm gonna teach you how you put it in a box and you write it as an answer. So let's go and do that. So now we had all our numbers. We see, you're gonna be like, why do we have all these numbers there? Yeah, let me just change it, because I'm gonna make a separate area. You should do that too. Make a line across it and make a separate area. And you know how to learn better? Just follow these steps on your own notebook and you understand better. So now you're wondering, why do I have a line of these numbers here? These are the answers, actually. You're gonna find out how these are answered. So we're gonna do 2 times 2 times 7 times 2 times 2 times 2. You're gonna be like, how am I gonna fit all that in my notebook? It's gonna take a long time, and it's gonna take a lot of space, and it's gonna look messy and confusing. Yeah, so you're gonna use 2, and you're gonna count how many times does 2 appear in that answer little line. You're gonna be like 5, so you're gonna put it at the power of 2. Now the 7 appears 1 time, so you're gonna put 7 and the power of 1. So the answer is 224. And let me show you the easiest method to check it out is just multiplying all of these numbers. And let me show you, I got my answer perfectly right. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 8 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 7 is 224. I did it with all the prime numbers. I did not use any composite numbers, and I got my answer perfectly right. If you want to check out how, if is your answer right or did you do the wrong way, because sometimes you do use a composite numbers and sometimes you don't even notice. So make sure you just check all these numbers with, and make sure you check if you're using prime numbers or no, because some people can use prime numbers without noticing. I mean composite numbers without noticing, because composite is not allowed in this type of factorization. So great work, you now know how to solve these type of questions, and you now know how to do it perfectly. And you're wondering why I didn't do the hard questions, because when you do the hard question, you multiply with prime factorization numbers, and I hope it's really easier for you guys. So thank you for watching, listening to my video. I hope you learned it all. If you have any questions, just ask in the comment down. There's a comment box under this video, so ask there and I'm gonna answer it in my next video. Goodbye.